Shields up, Iron Breakers. Rurikhan here, coming at you with another episode of Kast, the show where I tell you guys what's been going down in my personal life, where I give shout-outs to people who've been supporting the channel, and pretty much just keep you guys up to date on all things. So let's get the show started, shall we? First thing, as per usual, we're going to go into the shout-outs. Very first shout-out for today is Philippe Forte, who donated to the cause. Thank you very much, Philippe. I'm saying the name obviously with Portuguese pronunciation because I know he is Portuguese, which was actually something interesting. He sent me an email where he says that he actually works for Sony in the UK, and one of the reasons why he is a Souls nerd is because he watched my Dark Souls videos a whole bunch of years ago. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, man. I'm really happy about that, and thank you for a donation. Next up, we have two new Patreon members who are Alex Timberworth and Mike. And Mike here, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right because it's actually M-A-I-K. So Mike, but M-A-I-K. And I'm not sure if this is the same Mike, but I wanted to give another shout out to a guy who's also called Mike. So I am assuming it's the same person, who is called Mike Pruy. And the reason I'm giving a shout out to this other Mike, or maybe it's the same Mike, I don't know. All these things are confusing. But the reason I'm giving a shout out is because I've been wanting to give him a shout out for a long time. I was just waiting to make a Conscast, and then it took me forever to get another Conscast done. But he is the one who designed the new intro that I've been using on the channel. I've been feeling kind of like an ass because it was just like, he sent it to me while I was over at E3. And I was like, man, I like this intro. I'm going to just start using this intro. And I never really credited him for it because I was like, you know, I'm going to do a Conscast pretty soon. And pretty soon turned into quite a couple, not quite a couple, but turned into more than a month almost. So, yeah, sorry, Mike. I'm sorry that I haven't credited you earlier, but there you go. Mike is the one who did the new intro with the dwarf shield slamming with the shield that says Rurikhan the dwarf. And that is pretty awesome. Really like that. So, thank you very much. Now, before we get into the actual updates portion of the show, I think it is important for me to acknowledge something that has taken place, which was quite sad, and that was the fact that Mr. Satoru Iwata has passed away. I can't really sit here and, like most people that I've been listening to in the gaming industry, I can't really sit here and say that I know of all the little things that Mr. Satoru Iwata has done, but I always kind of feel bad whenever a big personality in the industry pass away, because it's just bad for the industry as a whole, you know, because there's one less person who seemed like, you know, judging from all the reactions I've heard throughout the past couple of days, it seems like he was actually a pretty positive influence on the industry. And again, I know that I'm going to get called out for not really knowing all the things he's done, but you guys need to realize I only really started getting to Nintendo stuff like last year. So, you know, I'm still kind of catching up, and then this happened, so feel very sorry about that, and I hope Nintendo pulls through, and obviously my heart goes out to the Mr. Iwata's family and loved ones. Very sorry for your loss, but yeah, it just kind of sucks when something like this happens, and I'm very, very sorry. Anyway, moving on, now let's get into the actual updates portion of things. And something that has been brought up quite a few times is what's the deal with me just live streaming recently. And I'm going to get into that a little bit further ahead, one of the main reasons, but I guess we could talk a little bit about it. The fact of the matter is live streams are a lot easier to do and a lot less time consuming for me, which right now time has been something that I've been struggling with quite a lot. I mean, you guys know that in pretty much almost every video that I do, I'm almost saying, oh, I've been pretty busy, and it's like, yeah, it's getting even worse. It's just, my time is, it seems like it's just completely taken away from me to the point where I barely even sleep anymore. And I actually went to the hospital lately. Actually, let me get back to that, because I wanted to keep going on the live stream thing, and I'm already running off in a different tangent, but I'll get back to that, I promise. But yeah, like I was saying, live streams are just faster, takes me less time to do. Does that mean I'm not doing regular videos anymore? Hell no, I'm still going to do regular videos like this one. This is a regular video, it goes up on the channel all the time. It's just, I need a little bit of time to organize myself, and again, this is something we'll be talking a little bit further ahead, because another thing that I also wanted to address in regards to live streams is a lot of people always asking me, oh, why are you streaming on YouTube and not on Twitch? And I've said this 100 times over, and I guess some people still don't know about it, but I will say it again. YouTube, for starters, is a lot more convenient, because you know how a lot of people stream on Twitch, but then they do the announcement video on YouTube, and then they go on Twitch, and I just look at that and I see that doesn't make a damn bit of sense, you know? Because it's like, so you're announcing your video on a platform, just telling people to go to another platform to watch you stream. And that's always something that I've had a hard time with. I'm pretty sure you guys know this. I've used that method in the past, but it's not something that I liked. So it's just so much more convenient to the thing pops up and it just tells people, look, I'm streaming at this time. There's actually a countdown timer and everything so that everybody on YouTube instantly knows when I'm live streaming. And on top of that, the YouTube servers are so much more reliable for me. And I know that this might be just a thing with my ISPs and all that, because I even need to have like 2 connections to just be able to do things that most people just do on a daily basis with their 1 internet connection. It's one of the disadvantages of being in Portugal and, you know, having bum crappy ISPs. And I know that there's going to be Portuguese people coming in here saying, oh, but our ISPs are fine. It's like, I got 10 megabits upstream, and I'm like, yeah. And I got into a court situation with one of our ISPs because they tried fucking me over. How about that? Okay? So don't be telling me our ISPs are fine. Our ISPs are the furthest thing away from fine. But yeah, basically YouTube servers are also a lot more reliable than Twitch servers for me, which allows me to put out streams with a lot more quality than I would ever be able to put out on Twitch. So there's a lot of, you know, just things pointing me more towards YouTube when I live stream over Twitch. And that is going to be something that's going to happen. And I do understand that apparently there's some problem with Germany and YouTube Live doesn't work on Germany, and it pisses me off because I want everybody to be able to see it, and not everybody is able to see it. Hopefully YouTube will sort that out, and if they don't sort that out, I mean, I don't think it's actually YouTube that needs to sort that out. I think it's probably the German government or something like that. They need to sort it out because they need to figure out that YouTube is not, it's not some kind of website that is illegal or something. I don't know why they're blocking it, and I don't want to get into that whole debate, but it's just I feel very sorry for my German viewers, but I do believe they still have access to the VODs. If that is not the case, please let me know, because I'm curious to know. But I do believe that you still have access to the videos after the stream is done. But again, please just let me know if that is the case or not. It's probably copyright. That's probably why they're doing it. Copyright. Also, I need to drink some water because my throat is dry as all hell for some reason. Yeah. Man. No, we're not going to cut this out of the video. This is going to be like one take Willie over here. So anyway, as I was saying, let's get back to the whole previous topic that I said, where I was just, the whole thing about time management. So I've been getting overwhelmed. And I'm pretty sure that's noticeable because you guys know that pretty much up until last year, I was uploading one video pretty much every day without failure. Sometimes even more than one video a day. That was something very, very common on the channel. And recently, obviously, you've seen a lot less of that. And the main reason is that I simply just don't have enough time. Because as you guys know, at least I hope you know because I've been telling people, YouTube is not even at this point in time, at least for me, it's not even close to being profitable enough for me to, you know, live off of. And it hasn't really almost ever been profitable enough for me to really live off of. I've been kind of living off of my, what do you call those, savings that I had from my previous job, and I'm doing that for a couple of years now, and, you know, eventually you don't have savings forever. So recently, as you guys, not recently, actually, it's almost been a year. I mean, just look at how aware I am of the passage of time that I'm saying, recently I've started working with TGN, and it's like, it was last year, in August. That's when I started working with TGN, and it's like, it's almost been a year, and my mindset is still, well, recently I've started working with them, it's almost been a year. Which is still surprising for me, and it's been pretty much an ongoing process of me adapting to having time versus not having time versus, you know, just kind of how I'm supposed to do things, and I've been overwhelmed. As a matter of fact, I believe that is probably going to be the title I'm going to put on this video. I was very much overwhelmed, and as you guys might be aware, a couple of casts ago, I told you guys that I had gone to the hospital a couple of times because I thought that I was having a heart attack, which is retarded at my age that someone would have a heart attack. I'm 32 years old, so it's like, as a matter of fact, that if you go to the hospital and you go to like the person who's doing triage, and you tell them that, like, you know, you suspect you're having a heart attack because your blood pressure's skyrocketing and you just feel pains in your chest and that kind of stuff, they'll tell you, like, dude, at your age, we don't even consider that. I mean, it is possible, it is extremely rare, and it doesn't work like that. And recently I went to the hospital, not by emergency, just like I actually had a scheduled appointment because of some stuff, because I have some problems. As you guys know, I had some liver problems, and now I think I'm finally zoning down on what the actual issue is, which is probably the reflux disease, which I believe friggin' everybody, and not everybody and their mothers, but like a lot of people have reflux problems. And I believe that is probably one of the things that is causing a lot of my personal problems, and it is something that I'm still dealing with. But I went to the hospital because I had this consultation, and the doctor basically told me, like, everything that you're describing just sounds like you have some anxiety problems. And I was like, yeah, I agree. And the reason I agree is because a lot of the times I do feel that I have anxiety problems, because, like, I'll go to bed, and in my head, I'll be thinking, like, okay, I got to work on this tomorrow, and I got to work on this thing, and I got to do that thing, and the other one. And there's just something that I can't switch off. And it's hard to even explain this, because a lot of people might not understand it. I don't know. But it is just, I'm constantly thinking about stuff that I should be doing. That is, I guess, one of the curses of getting to basically do something I love for a living, and the fact that I work from home. You're constantly thinking about work. And I mean, sure, my work is fun. I love my work. I would not trade it for the world. But what I'm saying is, I'm constantly thinking about it. Just like non-stop. Like, I should be doing a video for this. I should be doing a video for that. I need to focus on this thing. I need to play that thing. I need to do this, that, and the other. I'm always like that all the time. And it doesn't stop when I go to bed. As a matter of fact, today is, it's Sunday. I'm recording this on the 19th of July. And, I was supposed to have lunch with my parents today, but me and my wife, we got delayed because of the kid and whatnot, and basically it turned out we ended up not going because it was just too late by the time we were ready to leave. And you know what I did pretty much all day up until now? I just lied in bed and I did nothing. Nothing, because I've just been dead tired for like a month. Just like dead tired, and I was like, you know what? Screw all this. Even if I don't sleep, I'm not leaving my bed today for as long as I possibly can, because I do get bored of laying down in bed. And yeah, that's kind of just me realizing that I am reaching a bit of a limit where I'm not even sleeping properly, and that's just been something I've been struggling with for years now. But it's gotten worse, because like I said, this thing here just does not switch off, and you almost wish, like I wish I had like a switch or something that I could just, like, you know, don't think about work for the next 8 hours. Chook! That would be the most perfect thing, because that was even one night where I was just like, I need to get some sleep. I'm so tired, and I couldn't sleep. And I was just so tired, like I would get up of bed and I would almost like fall over just from how tired I was. And I was like, man, I need to do something. So from a while back, I had these pills that the doctor had given me. And these pills were like, you know, sleeping pills. And I was like, oh man, I'm going to take one of these sleeping pills, and boom, I popped one open. I took one of the sleeping pills and I go to bed. And I lie in bed and I was like, this fucking pill is some bullshit. Basically what it did was it numbed everything in my body except what it needed to, which was my head. So like, basically I was lying in bed, not being able to sleep, that tired, and I couldn't even move anymore because I was just like numb from the pill. And that pissed me off so much. I was like, man, these pills are some fucking bullshit. But anyways, this whole thing is leading up to, I actually have a vacation scheduled, and I'm not sure how much content I'm going to be producing between now and my vacation, because I just need to rest. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that one of the reasons why there's been less content on the channel is I've been overwhelmed, and I just don't know. I know that a lot of you guys are, as a matter of fact, I would have to thank pretty much everyone because of how supportive you are with pretty much everything I do. You guys are incredibly supportive, and I don't want you to think that you guys are pressuring me, because that is not the case. It's actually the other way around. I seem to have this kind of problem, which I pressure myself into doing things that usually shouldn't be expected from most people, and it's just one of my, not sure if I should call it one of my qualities or one of my faults, because it is, sometimes it does act as a quality, and other times it also acts as a fault, because, you know, essentially you're just focused on everything at all times except, you know, stopping and thinking about things. So my vacation time is going to be from the 27th until, I don't know, it's the week of the 27th, pretty much the whole week. And one of the reasons why I want to take a vacation that time as well, I mean, for starters, my father kind of worked out this thing with a friend of ours who owns an hotel in the southern part of Portugal. So I'm going to be going south to the beaches and all that, and just, you know, showing my fat belly up in the beach. I'm sure people will appreciate that. And my father worked with, not worked as in working with, but like, he was talking with one of our friends, and he's like, oh yeah, you guys should come down, and they should come down and bring the kid and go to the beach, and it's going to be fun, and this and that and the other. And I was like, okay, fine. You see, that's pretty much how I am when it's like, you know, vacation, man. I don't want no goddamn vacation. I want to work more. And that's bad. It gets to a point where it's bad, and I still feel that way even though I have the vacation. I'm like, man, I should be working. I should be doing all these things because I love doing them. And it's like, no, you just need to stop. So from the 27th, I'm going to be away for a week. And shortly after that, we have Gamescom. As you guys are probably aware, Gamescom, I believe, is like, I'm leaving here on the 4th, and then I'm coming back on the 8th. That's what I think my Gamescom is going to be like. So I am going to be attending Gamescom again. I'm actually going with a friend who is also Portuguese and also works for TGN. He is Globku. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of him. If you've been watching the TGN channel, you should know who Globku is. He has a YouTube channel, youtube.com/wearethemagical noob, or We Are Magical Noob. I think it's We Are Magical Noob. Regardless, I'll double check, and there's going to be a link in the description so that you guys can go watch that if you're curious. But me and him are going to go down to Gamescom, and we're going to, you know, try to get some content, which has actually been pretty hard. I haven't been able to schedule a lot of stuff for Gamescom yet, and that has me pretty much on edge, because I'm like, you know, we're spending a lot of money going to Gamescom, and we would very much like to get something out of it, because it's one of the most frustrating things is spending a whole bunch of money going to Germany, going to Gamescom, and, you know, not being able to interview people or not being able to see a whole bunch of games that you wanted to see. It's hard, you know, and I'm very demanding with myself. Again, I'm always demanding with myself with pretty much everything, but there you go. That's something that I'm very demanding with. And actually, I noticed I just skipped a couple of points that I had here of the topics I want to talk about. I just talked about Gamescom, because why the hell not? And I just talked about my vacation, and it's all been completely out of order, because that's just the way I do it. I'm crazy. But regardless of all that, yeah, so this week when this video is going to go live, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to upload it today. It's kind of late, so probably going to go up tomorrow at some point, or maybe even today still. I don't know. But yeah, this next week going to be pretty hard for me to do anything. I'm going to try to take it a little bit easy so that I can focus on leaving all of my TGN stuff in order so that I can go on vacation and not have to worry, or at least try not to worry, because I already know that I'm going to be worried regardless of what happens, because like I said, this thing just does not switch off. So yeah, that's the thing. Been super overwhelmed, and hopefully these next couple of weeks will allow me to slow down a little bit, because I would almost like to remove the camera from the tripod and just show you guys what my office looks like. My office looks like a fucking mess. You guys just have no idea. If you would walk into my office, you would be like, how the hell do you even work in this mess right now? Because, yeah, the reason is because I don't stop working to clean up. It's just this big fucking mess. So, yeah. Overwhelming. It's been pretty much the key description. Next thing that I would like to bring up is I would like to talk about Squadron. Because, obviously, as you guys know, I've been doing a lot of stuff with Squadron beyond just working with just DGN, also with Squadron, which is kind of its own thing. We've been doing a lot of stuff together. I've been doing a lot of live streams with them, and I play with them all the time. And it's just a lot of fun. And I noticed that there's not particularly a huge portion of you guys that seem to enjoy Heroes. I guess most of you guys just watch Pally Times Heroes and you're good with that. I don't know. But regardless of that, I'm going to keep doing Heroes content. Just letting you guys know ahead of time because I enjoy Heroes quite a bit. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure if I think I probably mentioned this a couple of times. But for those of you who don't know, I used to play League of Legends quite often. A lot of the things that I hated about League of Legends and the reasons why I stopped playing League of Legends are pretty much fixed in Heroes of the Storm. Like mechanics like blast hitting, a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't like about League of Legends is not in Heroes of the Storm, which is, to me, it's like Heroes of the Storm is what League of Legends should have been, in a way. So that's one of the reasons why I like it so much. And I'm going to keep playing Heroes of the Storm, and that's just going to be a thing. And I'm going to keep doing as much Squadron stuff as possible, because I love hanging out with those guys. As a matter of fact, I should mention this this campaign that's going on right now, which is, it's a bit of a promo, whatever you want to call it. But there's a campaign where you can win the, what are they calling it? The Eternal Conflict Bundle, I think. There's going to be a link in the description. You guys can check that stuff out. But basically, you can win a Squadron t-shirt, I want to say, and $20 of Battle.net credits. $20 of Battle.net credit, because that will allow you to buy, like, you know, the bundle, one of the bundles that they put out, either the Butcher bundle or the Leoric bundle or whatever. So there's going to be a link in the description for that if you guys want to participate. I do believe that right now that thing is limited to US and Canada. So sorry for my European viewers. I'm hoping that eventually they'll do one of those campaigns with that also works for Europe, but this one is only for US and Canada. But yeah, check that out if you guys are interested. And obviously, if you win a Squadron shirt, just get mine because it's the best. Stun'em Rui t-shirt. Doesn't get any better than that. Shameless promotion. But on the topic of the Squadron stuff, I'm assuming that probably a lot of people hear about this Squadron store and all this stuff. They probably think that, you know, me, Hengist, or Pally Time are actually reaping benefits from the sales of these shirts, and it's like it's really not. It's really not. And as a matter of fact, I believe there's going to be something coming up later this week, which we'll go into further detail about that if you guys are curious. But trust me, we are not really making any money off of those t-shirts, and any money that does get made is pretty much invested into getting more content into the Squadron channel. So just letting you guys know ahead of time what that is about. And then another thing that I want to talk about Squadron is a lot of people have kind of risen up in my defense for stuff that happens during the live streams, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that a whole lot. People just rising up and saying, "Oh man, you guys just bullying Rurikhan all the time, just being completely mean, and you just like whatever, you know." That tends to happen. And I just wanted to ensure everybody that, like, there is no such thing as like backstage drama in the Squadron, so to speak. So it's not like we're all pissed off at each other or something like that when a live stream ends. No, I mean, sometimes we do kind of feel that sometimes we take things a little bit over the edge, and sometimes it seems that I tend to be the one who gets bullied on a lot, and it's just kind of become a little bit of a recurring theme on it. But I just wanted to ensure everybody, and I'm being as sincere as I possibly can be here, that I am not pissed off at anyone. This is just friends having fun, and that's pretty much all it is. And I understand a lot of people seem to think that there's some kind of hardcore bullying going around, and sometimes I just keep my mouth shut. And, you know, sometimes I do keep my mouth shut, but the main reason why I do that, why I silence myself, is because I guess I'm a little bit more competitive when it comes to Heroes of the Storm. And I know that I'm even not the one, doing rank win or anything like that. But I am competitive when it comes to that. And I like winning. And so a lot of the times when the banter is going on too hardcore, I'll quiet myself, kind of like to try and get the team to just, let's just focus on the game because I want to win. That's mainly what it is. It's not like I'm silencing myself because I'm fucking pissed off or anything. I don't care. It's just us fucking around. That's all it is. And a lot of people apparently have been given Pally Time a really hard time with that stuff. And I just want to let you guys know that me and Pally Time, we're fine. We're fucking best of friends pretty much. As a matter of fact, it should say a lot that one of the things that I'm more excited about doing this year is, hopefully, I'm still not sure if this is going to be possible or not, but I do believe that in November, I should be able to go to the BlizzCon, and I'm finally going to meet Pally Time in person. I mean, because me and Pally Time, we've known each other for friggin' years, and we've done the Dark Souls playthroughs, and now we're working together on Squadron and all that, and we've never really met in real life, so very excited about that. Also excited about meeting Hengist, AWOL, the whole crew, and I think it's going to be amazing. So it should say a lot that one of the things that I'm most excited about doing this year is, going up to BlizzCon and hanging out with these people that you kind of think are bullying me. So I just wanted to, put your minds at ease that even if we ever do get completely out of control in Squadron, that's just something that happens with when, people really are friends and people really care about each other. At least that's the way I feel about it. But I just wanted to put your minds at ease in regards to that. So yeah, I guess that's something that most of you might have not known, and that is that I am trying to go to BlizzCon in November. So hopefully that will pull through. I'm looking forward to it because I've never gone to a BlizzCon ever. So hopefully I'll get to meet some of you guys there if you're planning on going as well. I guess a lot of my channel is very much Dark Souls fans, and you guys probably don't know that I used to play a lot of World of Warcraft. But yeah, I used to play a lot of World of Warcraft, and I would even say that a lot of the stuff, a lot of the stuff that I learned in World of Warcraft actually contributes to how good of a player I am in Dark Souls. And a lot of people are going to think, what? Those kinds of skills don't translate from one game to the other, and you have no idea. Because what happens is, when I was playing World of Warcraft, I was a tank, right? Usually main tank, off tank, doesn't matter. And one of the key skills that a tank needs to have is situational awareness. You need to be aware of everything that's happening around you, so that if anything goes wrong, you can intervene and, make that thing right. Because that is what the tanks do, right? And so situational awareness is something that I really developed in World of Warcraft. And that helps a lot in pretty much any other third-person game where you need to have situational awareness, which is why I'm just a whole lot better at third-person games than first-person games. I'm just not that great at first-person games because I kind of miss being able to see my character in relation with everything else that's around me, because that is what my brain kind of adapted to, those kinds of situational awareness. So, yeah, but again, I'm going off on another tangent, just like straight, here we go again, another tangent. And this was pretty much all I wanted to convey this video. I'm sorry if I seem a little bit low energy today. Like I said, I've been pretty much lying down all day and I'm super tired and whatever. And hopefully these next couple of weeks will allow me to rest a little bit, get myself back in order so that I can come back stronger than ever. I don't mean that I'm not going to be doing any content these next couple of weeks, just I don't have anything particularly planned. So it's, again, going to be one of those things that if I have time, I'm probably going to do a live stream or something. And hopefully you guys will be there, because I love doing those live streams as well. They're pretty fun. And in case you guys are wondering, the games that I've been playing the past couple of weeks pretty much have been Heroes of the Storm. I mean, that's pretty much a given. I play it almost every day, if not every day. Diablo 3. Now, that might be a bit of a surprise for those of you that didn't watch the Diablo 3 live stream, because pretty much Hengist and Pally Time got me into playing Diablo 3 again, and I've been actually having a blast. I've been playing Among, having a blast. There's a live stream of that where there's me, Pally Time, and Pure Shield playing some Diablo 3. So if you're curious about that, you can check that out, and you can see my monk, even though the build is very, very different at this point, because I've moved from Exploding Palm into Dashing Strike, because I have the set. But yeah. Here's the Storm, Diablo 3, and Rocket League. As a matter of fact, I really do need to make a video or a live stream or something about Rocket League, because I just need to show you guys this amazing friggin' game. Rocket League is so much fun. It is so much fun. So hopefully I'll get some time to do some of that next week. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. Like I said, remember to check the links in the description. There's going to be the link for the Squadron giveaway thing of the Eternal Conflict. And there's going to be a link to We Are Magical Noob if you want to know the guy that I'm going to Gamescom with. And that is pretty much going to be it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.